Welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute devotional podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse. Broadcast from the ever-beautiful Sharonville, Ohio, on the sunny side of Cincinnati. Hey, this is Daily Dose Radio, your roadside stand on the Internet Superhighway, where we have fresh and delicious Bible study on sale every day. Well, actually, it's free. You come on in. We're going to fill you up with some goodies today. We got some wonderful veggies for you here in Psalm 18, verses 47 and 48. And before we read, let me just remind you again about Message Tribes. You can go to Message Tribes Daily Dose Radio and every day receive the verse to meditate on that day will come from our study in the Psalms. So whatever verses we're studying, I'll take a verse from that list and text it to you. Actually, it's not really a text. It's more like a notification on your device. It'll come across after you've signed up. Sign up, you'll get the notifications on a daily basis, Monday through Friday as we do Daily Dose Radio. And I hope you'll check it out and sign up. We're looking at 47 and 48. God is he who gives me vengeance, so he subdues people under me. The one who delivers me from my enemies, also from him who rises up, you exalt me. From the man of violence, you deliver me. This is the last section or set of verses in the fifth me section here in Psalm 18. So notice that this is all about what God does. God is he who, and then we have this list of things that he's doing for the psalmist. He gives me vengeance. That is, God is the one who's supplying the justice here, the retribution. He subdues people under me. So God's doing that. Now, the psalmist isn't doing that. God is. Remember, the Lord is the one who gives us strength and then subdues. He's the one that girds us for battle and then gives us victory. So even though he gives us ability, he is the one who's getting glory for his name through us. We're not the ones doing it, because if we did it, guess what? There would be no glory for him. So God is he who, number one, gives me vengeance. Number two, subdues people under me. Number three, the one who delivers me from my enemies. This theme of deliverance has been all over the place in Psalm 18, hasn't it? It's been everywhere. Ever since he prayed that prayer for deliverance, we have seen God delivering him. He has testified to God's deliverance of him over and over and over. Just look in this section this week. We have it in verse 43. You will deliver me from the strife of the peoples. I mean, there it is right there. Here it is again, here in verse 48. Actually, twice in verse 48. You're the one who delivers me from my enemies. Also from him who rises up, you will exalt me. There's that word exalt again. I mentioned that earlier in the week because the Lord is the one who exalts. And we saw it in verse 46. The Lord lives, and blessed be my rock, and exalted be. So there the psalmist is exalting God. Here, God is exalting the psalmist. He's raising him up above those who rise up. So people were rising up against David, and the Lord just kept making David higher than them. That's the idea. People are rising up, and yet God is, got David on a heavenly elevator, and he's taking him way up above all these enemies, out of their reach. It doesn't mean he's greater than them. It means God's put him out of their reach. From the violent man, you deliver me. Again, there's that theme of deliverance. I mean, it's one of those threads. Actually, it's more like a rope that strings through Psalm 18. That idea that God is the one who delivers. And wonderfully so, brings to conclusion this last me section, because that is God's work in the life of the psalmist. And he wants us to know that. God is the one that delivers. I don't deliver myself. I can't deliver myself. He may give me gifts of valor, but still, it's God who has to do the work of delivering. And so, friend, I call on you today. Have you been delivered? Call on the Lord and ask him to deliver you from your strong enemy. Join me again tomorrow. We'll look at verses 49 and 50 on Daily Dose Radio. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. I'm David Smith. The music today has been performed by the Bluegrass Experiment. Thanks again for listening. I'll see you next time on Daily Dose Radio.